I'm Clara Capano, and welcome back to Be Productive. Let's talk cash. As business owners and as leaders, we love the cash coming in. We also have to learn to be really smart with our cash and our cash flow to make sure we are utilizing it, spending it, and investing it. So today I am bringing to the stage an expert in this area. We have Noura El Mazri. Sorry, I apologize for that. Coming to the stage, she has 20 years, over 20 years of experience. So Noura, I am so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here again with you, Carla. Thank you.
So we are talking cash flow. So let's talk about why it's important to have a system in place for bookkeeping, accounting, all of these things, and how it helps us really to understand and define our cash flow.
So cash flow is the oxygen for your business, right? Without cash flow, you cannot really operate your business. And you don't know how much this is important until you get into the operation. You think sometimes you have money coming, and you do, but sometimes times is different. So you have this expense. You have, for example, $1,000 to pay next week, but you're only having 500 coming, and you have like other 1,000, for example, scheduled that you forgot about because it's scheduled going automatic, right? You forget. This is the most common area that people miss, even in their personal life. So if you have bookkeeping, and this is where I actually recommend to look at your books not only every month, but every day if possible, minimum every week. So every week have a plan at least. But what helps the most if actually you have a budget before. If you have a budget, it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be, because you're forecasting, you're having a data that you didn't have before, but you have then something to compare. You have a plan for your business. You're comparing the numbers from your, like what you made, what you're going to have coming, and you'll be able to see if you really have to make any decision on like postponing some payments, maybe not getting the service until second quarter or maybe the following week, but you don't want to go in negative because you can maybe acquire a loan or ask for payment plan or ask for net 30, net 60, whatever that works for your business. But this is very important to know your bookkeeping, your numbers, everything, in order to see what make more sense. So you can, if you have payroll, you can actually still pay your payroll. You can still pay yourself because you need to get paid too.
Yeah. I love how, you talk about that. We need to know our numbers. I love that you said that cash flow is the oxygen to our business, but we need to pay attention to it. So what are some of the best strategies that we could do as business owners and as leaders to keep an eye on our cash flow?
So the strategies every business have to do is plan. First thing, planning is everything. If you do not plan, then you're planning to fail. So have a plan, outline all the year. Now, if you are listening to this in December, for example, or any of the month, you need to actually plan. So entering 2024, plan for 2024. See how is it going to look like your first month, second month, at least your first quarter, second quarter, everything. And then do that forecasting. Make sure like you have making sense number, and you start from the sales. How much do you want to make? And then based on that number, you will see what you need to do. And based on that, you can plan all other expenses. So for example, if you found out in your marketing, you have to spend $1,000 a month, maybe in paid advertisements, but you want to have a sale, like $1 million sale, that's going to tell you this is not possible, right? You need to increase your budget for advertisements. So, okay, you want to increase it, but maybe you do not have the cash flow. Is there any other way to actually increase it, or do you have to increase it gradually? So having the plan and then do the forecasting, and then the last step is doing the bookkeeping will allow you to see everything, planning, seeing the future, and then like just put numbers so you can measure something. And then after all, measure, like have those numbers that already in the past to compare to what you forecasted and what your plan is, so you can actually make a decision that's gonna help you achieve your dream. That's how you want to do it. Without any of these components, you cannot really have an effective strategy.
Yeah, definitely. So talk to me a little bit more about this forecasting and, how this is so important for us because, you're right. There might be certain ebbs and flows in your business and you need to be able to pay attention to that so that you don't run out of money for payroll or buying the materials, the products you have. So talk to us and share a little bit more with us about this power of forecasting.
Yeah. So for example, like a lot of businesses are kind of seasonal. Like, for example, like if you are a restaurant will have an outside area,
Mhm.
you you want a budget like your seating is not going to be similar in the summer, especially if you're in an area like Chicago, for example. It's cold in the winter. No way you can see people inside. So
Mhm.
your revenue probably is gonna like drop a little bit in the winter. And then you want to make sure to see the data from your business and okay, when is my income's going to drop, and how
Mhm.
is also my expenses going to drop, and I want to make sure I plan out my cash from the time that in the summer that where I bring money to actually not spend all of these money, make sure like I have also amount of cash flow to cover my expenses throughout the year when it's down season. Another example is tax businesses. For example, like we have our season like February through April. A lot of
Mhm.
cash comes on that time, but then like sometimes in the summer, mostly it's slow for a lot of us. Even service-based businesses, all of them, like I think like summer would be like the slowest. So you have to figure out like how much you need in order to cover your expenses at that time. If you need to make a vacation, if that's the best time for you, you want to plan it out. If you want to actually learn something, get your staff to be trained on some area, that's a good time. But you need to have cash to pay yourself and pay them and keep your business running. If
Mhm.
you have the forecast based on historical data and see how does it look like now, and what are you planning to do? Are you introducing a new product just to cover you at that time, or you need just to rely on the area that you already doing just to get that cash, spread it out throughout your down season? So this is how
So
actually you
important.
make your business always going.
Yeah, because again, we want to make sure we have that. You're so right. And, I think about in my business as a speaker, my slow season is usually the summertime. And so I do have to forecast this because I still have to pay the bills in the summer, even though I might not be actually out there on the road. And, when we talk again about running a smart business and being able to stay productive, we've got to be able to have all of these things down. So I love this idea. And even though you may delegate out the accounting part of it, as the owner, you got to watch it for yourself too. And so I love your idea of just spending a few minutes each week. You got to watch your own bottom line because no one's going to care about your business as much as you do. So, Nora, this has just been amazing. Where can people find you? Because I know you are really sharing some great nuggets here. And so, where can people find you if they want to reach out and learn more?
So they can go to my website, nourasbooks.com, and they go to contact us. They can book a Zoom call with me, and they can get a lot of free information on my social media. All the links going to be on the website, including my YouTube.
Excellent. I love it. All right, everyone. So start forecasting. Watch your bottom line. You need to make sure you know where your money is going. You've got to start looking ahead. So, again, having that plan, but also watching the data historically. So, in order to not just get productive, but stay productive and stay in business, you got to watch that bottom line. So, we'll be right back after this quick break.